I never imagined that a simple detour through the woods could unravel the fabric of my reality. It started with a stumble, quite literally, over a protruding root in an overgrown path. As I caught my balance, I noticed the weathered stones, half buried beneath tangled vines and underbrush. Names and dates, some so worn they were barely legible, peeked shyly from the earth. I felt a chill, a sense of having intruded upon something ancient and forgotten. But it was late, and the encroaching dusk urged me home, the eerie sense of being watched lingering long after I left the graveyard behind. That night, I dreamt vividly. Faces I had never seen, voices that whispered names I couldn't quite grasp. They were there, in my subconscious, beckoning with stories untold. Night after night, the dreams persisted, each more intense than the last, until I could recall every name with unsettling clarity. These were not simply figments of imagination, they were echoes of the past, tying me to a place I barely knew. I found myself drawn back to the graveyard, now with an inexplicable urgency. The air was colder on my return. As I stood among the tombstones, the dreams rushed back in a flood of familiarity. Each name had a tale, and somehow, I was the chosen vessel for their stories. I began to feel their emotions, their fears, and their desires. My dreams had become a conduit, a bridge between their world and mine. But as I delved deeper, the dreams turned dark, and I awoke every morning with a growing sense of dread, as if something was drawing closer with each passing night. The culmination came with the last name, one that had been elusive until now. In my dream, the final spirit revealed a chilling truth: the graveyard was a resting place for those who had vanished, individuals who had all stumbled upon this hidden place just as I had. In a terrifying twist, I saw my own name etched into one of the stones, withered yet unmistakable. The realization hit me like icy water: I was not the first, and I would not be the last. The graveyard was not simply a forgotten place, but a trap, an eternal loop from which there was no escape. As I woke with a start, the cold hand of fate seemed to close around me, whispering that my time was running out.